Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning in. In this video we're going to take a look at the Olight H2R Nova, and this is a new light that came out from Olight a couple months ago. They sent one to me to check out. I was supposed to do a video quite a while ago, but things got busy, so doubt they're pleased about that. Anyways, it's actually a really nice flashlight for, I think, utility purposes. Not quite what I would call an EDC or an everyday carry type of light. There are smaller ones that I think would serve the function slightly better. But in terms of a utility light, a camping flashlight, hiking flashlight, this is probably one of the best form factors, design, and battery configuration that I've seen. So let's jump into the specs and talk about it in a little bit more detail. So here's what it ships with. Well, actually it ships with a number of different things. So again, being utility light, they actually threw in a headlamp for it, or a head strap, and the head strap is magnetized, so the flashlight will sit in there of its own accord, and then you have a rubber strap or retention system here that you can obviously strap over. Now you do need to take off the pocket clip in order to make that happen, so not ideal. It would have been really cool if they found a way to integrate a slot for the pocket clip into the the head strap here. That would have been a really nice feature, but regardless, if you're using it for one degree or the other, you can pop the pocket clip on and off. So here is the head strap that goes over the top. It does come with an 18650 battery, which is rechargeable, and they have their little recharging system. Has a very, very strong magnet, which is cool because it makes it easy to find. So just by way of strength here, let me show you how strong the magnet is on the base of, there we go. So again, if you're throwing it on your nightstand or something, and this is anywhere on your nightstand, if you get it anywhere close, it'll find itself, which I think is really cool. It makes it a lot easier to recharge it, and then you just yank it off again in the morning. So as far as the specs go, it is, we'll flip over on the back here. We'll use the manufacturer specs, but it is about 4.33 inches long and just about an inch in diameter. In this configuration with the pocket clip and the battery in here, it weighs in at 3.93 ounces. And as I already mentioned, it does come with an 18650 that is rechargeable with the system there. So all in all, it runs 90 bucks retail. So anyways, spec wise, let's take a look at some of the different modes it runs. So a lot of these flashlights now have these turbo modes, so this one get up to 2300 lumens, which is insane for a flashlight in this size. I think they're touting it as the the highest output for an 18650. The thing is, though, it only runs for 1 minute at 2300 lums, then it drops down to 750 lums for remaining 110 minutes. So it's kind of a cool and hey, this is its max output type of conversation, but in reality, people using this flashlight are going to use it in high, medium, or low mode. So I do support kind of the looms arm race, as I call it, because it pushes technology as far as, being able to run 600 lumens for 2.5 hours is still pretty crazy. Circuit protection, it promotes a lot of things with performance in flashlights. So, again, it's not really practical, but it's part of the equation. So, anyways, IPX water resistant. They mentioned 3.53. Again, this one is 3.93 with the battery and the pocket clip. And it does come either in a cool white or a neutral white. This one's cool. So, again, where I really see the application on this is with hiking, camping, utility work, car repair. I remember as a kid, my dad would be out working on one of our cars kind of late at night, and I'd get called out there for flashlight duty. I'd have to hold the flashlight. So, this has a really, really strong magnet base here. And just by way of comparison, I think one of the applications, so, if you're out working on your car, you can hook this thing typically anywhere on, the metal chassis or somewhere on the engine if you need to. It's going to adhere really well. If you're out camping, setting up a tent, a lot of times it's hard to get light exactly where you need it without someone holding it. So You take something like this fixed blade. This is a ZT, 180. You stab this thing into a tree. You hook the flashlight on. You stab it exactly where you need it. Hook the flashlight on. Boom! You've got a perfect spotlight or companion there. So, I mean, that's how strong the magnet is. It's going to stay on there. If you basically hook this onto anything metal, it's more than adequate, which is really cool. So I see a lot of application, for camping and so forth with a good fixed blade in tow. If you're hiking and you have a backpack that has the straps across the chest that adhere the backpack really well, hooking this thing onto one of the front straps across your chest is going to illuminate wherever you're walking. The pocket clip has two different ways to adhere, so you can hook it close under the bottom portion or the top portion, depending on which way you need to orient the flashlight, which is a simple feature but a very nice feature. And it does have a lockout mode, so when you turn it on, it's going to come on whatever your last mode was. I don't know if I have this in high or not, but you can cycle through the different modes here. And then if you want to lock it out, you push and hold, and it's now locked out. So you have to push and hold again to bring it back up, and it'll bring it back whatever your mode was, so you can cycle back through by holding it. So as you can see, a lot of light. You can actually feel I can feel the heat on my hand throwing from this thing. So, it'll get warm if you run it in turbo and so forth, or you run it in high for a couple hours. Anyhow, nice anodizing, nice laser work. I've always been happy with the fit and finish of Olight, and again, they do have a 5-year warranty on their flashlights. So I have heard it's a little bit difficult at times to get in contact with Olight for warranty work, but assuming you do, I've heard that they do repair or fix or whatever it is with their flashlights. They honor the warranty work. So you have a rubber cap up top, and again, IPX8 water resistance. So size comparison, which I should have done much earlier, but I'm getting to now. Here's a standard Sharpie for your size comparison. So you could EDC or everyday carry this thing if you want to. It would certainly fit in your pocket and so forth, and I think it would be fine. A little bit large for most people, but again, if you work, I don't know, let's say you're like a plumber or an electrician, or you're crawling down and under the house or in dark spaces, I actually think this would be a really good light for that application. Again, it's got a lot of utility in the kind of the form factor pointing forward. So yeah, nice flashlight. I look forward to using it on especially some campouts or something this summer. Or if I'm working on something in the garage, I can just stick it on one of the metal rails for the garage, and it'll illuminate whatever I need to. So cool flashlight. Again, retail for about $90. You can find them at the Olight store. I'll put the link in the description box below. A lot of other websites carry Olight products. So anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. Hopefully this, clues you in on a flashlight that may or may not assist you in your daily activities. So more videos to come. Take care.